All right, welcome back to the third part here. This one is going to take us some time again. There's a couple strange things that happen here, and your organization will be a real big factor to whether or not you're going to be able to do these correctly here. Well, this is also on page 520, number 4 out of your book, so you have a source to go look at this problem and have it explained out in the text. And the first thing of factoring that we always have to do, now we haven't seen it yet on this in this particular lesson, is this note right here. You should write that on your paper. If possible, whenever you factor, the first thing you have to do is take out a common factor, a common monomial factor. And in this case, we do have a common factor of 3 because 18, 33, and 12 have a common factor of 3. You have to do that first. You don't want to go on and start factoring it because the truth is you could have 2 or 3 separate answers because you don't have that trinomial is not simplified, so weird things can happen. So I'm going to divide out the 3 and copy this down, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. That's 6x squared. 33 divided by 3 is 11. 12 divided by 3 is 4. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to factor this here, and that's what we're going to work on now. All right, now the 3 has to stay. Don't lose the 3. He has to stay. We just divided it out, but it has to be in there to get back to the original value of this particular trinomial. So we're going to factor 6x squared minus 11x plus 4 using the method from the previous video. Now I'll tell you up front that another strange thing is going to happen in this process, so just stick with me and be very, very careful with your signs. So let's get rolling here. We have to take a times c. A times c, 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Now you'll notice right there, look how much better that is than dealing with 18 times 12. We'd have a huge number and tons of factors to deal with. So that really makes our life easier by getting that common factor out first anyway. We want the middle term to equal to negative 11. Now that's going to cause a little bit of a problem for us that we'll see shortly. So let's go through the factors here. What you should notice is since A is positive and B is negative, this tells me that you have to multiply to get positive 4 and add to get a negative. So in order to do that, you know that you're going to have 2 negative signs in your factors. Okay, so when I look at my common factors here, like let's say 2 and 12, well, you wouldn't use 2 and 12 because 2 and 12 add to a positive number, but you might try negative 2 and negative 12, all right? Because negative 2 times negative 12 is positive 24. But the sum is unfortunately negative 14, so sad face there. That's not it. Let's try, what else could I do? How about negative 3 times 7 is 24, right? So let's try negative 3, negative 7. And is that it right there? Negative 3 plus negative 7 is negative 11. Yay, I found it. So that is the one I want. So these are the factors I need. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, again, I'm not going to lose this 3. The 3 has to stay there. All right, but what I am going to do now is I'm going to expand this trinomial in the parentheses, but make sure you put the parentheses in there because it's all being multiplied really by 3. We're just not showing it until we get to the very end. And you know what I did? You caught my mistake. That's supposed to be 8, isn't it? Huh, I had it on my notes right. I just wrote it down wrong. And I should have caught that, but I caught it, so there. I'm sure you're excited you're going to get candy, but I found it. Oops, negative 3x there. So I'm expanding now the 11 to negative 3x and negative 8x plus 4. Okay, so we expand the 11 right there. All right, so negative. Now here's where the problem was going to happen. This term right here as a minus sign will create a little bit of a problem. So what we should do is look at these in terms of addition. So please change that to plus negative 3 and plus negative 8 because you'll see what's going to happen in a moment. Now let's factor it out. Now I'm going to, my goodness, I cannot write numbers today. That 2 is not a 2. That should be a 3. Let's try again. Here we go. The 3 comes straight down. Here, he's got to stay. Now I'm going to use a bracket here because it's going to get a little bit crazy. Because what I need to do here is I need to group this 6x minus 3 and the negative 3x. So I'm going to take out the common factor here of this binomial right here, and this binomial right here, just like I did in the other videos. So I have 6 and 3, so it looks like that could be a 3. X squared and x would be x. I'm going to factor out 6 divided by 3 is 2. That'd be 2x. Plus negative 3 divided by 3 is 1. And that just comes out to be 1 plus negative 1. All right, now plus, now right here, here's part of the trick. We have to get this binomial, the signs have to match 2x plus negative 1. But right now I have a negative on the x, on the 8x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out the common factor, which is 4. But instead of taking out 4, I'm going to take out negative 4. Because if I don't take out negative 4, my signs won't match 2x plus negative 1. Negative 8x divided by negative 4 is 2x. See, now I've made it match. 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. So you have to do that. You have to get these binomials to match, because now we are going to take out that common factor of 2x minus 1, or 2x plus negative 1. So again, your life is easiest if you continue to work with addition, as I've been asking you to do all year long. So now we're going to divide out that common factor between these terms right here. So don't forget this 3 though. He's still sitting out there on the front. Okay, but now we have that, okay, times 3x, I'm sorry, common factor was 2x plus negative 1. That was the common factor here, times 3x plus negative 4, or 3x minus 4. I'll just keep it addition right there, 3x plus negative 4. And there you have it. And that actually is the answer. Now we could multiply all that back out and check it. If you're taking a test or something, that'd be pretty smart to do. You would start by, multiplying the 3 through and then the rest through and see if it does work out. It does work out. I've already checked it for you. But to save some time in the video here, I am going to just move along. So that's the answer right there, 3 times 2x plus negative 1. And you do have to get all those factors out, even that 3 out front, to get that problem correct. Okay, so that's at 7 minutes. So we're going to have several videos here, but I'm more comfortable just stopping this and doing another one, just so that we can make sure we get everything uploaded quickly and easily for you. So I'm going to stop it and try one more video, and hopefully that'll take care of it.